Okay, good afternoon, dear candidate. Here comes Moses. We are GCE Advanced Level History, and today we are going to focus with keywords for question interpretation. Keyword for question interpretation. That is our focus today. Okay, keyword for question interpretation. And the first keyword we are going to examine today is the word Esten. Esten. Dear candidate, this word, several candidates have witnessed or have seen this word several times, and some are always sometimes confused that when they see the word Esten, what does that mean? What are we required to do and the rest. So this video will enlighten you people a bit on how whenever you see the word Esther, you will know how to go about it. Now, when you encounter the word Esther in advanced level history question, it indicates the presence of either two-part or three-part question. The interpretation depends on the word's placement within the question. Let's start with the first part. At the beginning of the question. Now, at the beginning of the question, when the word estate is at the beginning of the question will be two-sided. Therefore, the examiner specifies the initial factor to address in the first part, followed by your own analysis in the second part. Example, to what extent did missionary activity contribute to European penetration of Cameroon territory in the 19th century? This is June 2009. And from the look of the question, the word extent start from where? Is it in the middle or is it in the beginning? It's at the beginning of the question. Therefore, when the word extent is at the beginning of the question, that question obviously will be two-sided. Here the explanation. Here, extent at the beginning signify a two-part question. The main factor to discuss first is missionary activity, followed by other factor. Therefore, the interpretation of this question is that it's a two-part question or a two-sided question, focusing initially on how missionary activities contribute to European penetration of Cameroon for the first part, and the second part, you give other factors. You give other factors. Then, when the word extend is in the middle of the question typically becomes a three-part question. Example, account for and examine the extent to which the Fumban Conference of July 1961 satisfies Southern Cameroonians. Now, we see that here in this question, the word extent is at the middle of the question. Therefore, when the word extent is in the middle of the question is obviously to be three-sided, depending on how it starts. Look at this one, account for. When you have the word account for already, it means reason. And you have this word examine the extent. The question changes. Therefore, this question will no longer be two-sided, but three-sided question. Part 1 will center on reasons for the Fumban Conference. Part 2 will center on how the Fumban Constitutional Conference of July 1961 satisfies Southern Cameroonians. And Part 3 will center on how the Fumban Constitutional Conference of July 1961 failed to satisfy Southern Cameroonians. So this is how it is. So whenever you have the word to what extent, it depends on where the word extent is being placed. If it is placed at the beginning of the question, therefore the question will be two-sided. If it is at the middle of the question, it is obviously that the question will be a three-sided. Now, dear candidate, dear student, after studying the lesson on extent, please make sure to interpret the following question clearly by analyzing both sides as discussed. Question 1. To what extent did the Germano-Douala Treaty of July 1884 meet the aspiration of Southern Cameroonians? Question 2. To what extent did the Great Depression of 1929 contribute to the collapse of indigenous resistance to French administration in Cameroon during the interwar period? Next question. To what extent did Britain and France respect the terms of the mandate in Cameroon? Next question. To what extent did France respect the terms of the mandate in French Cameroon during the mandate? Examine the extent to which Dr. Endele contributed to his defeat in the 1959 election in the British Southern Cameroon. Discuss the circumstances that led to the Fumban Constitutional Conference in July 1961 and the extent to which the constitution safeguarded the interests of Southern Cameroonians. For each question, ensure you identify and elaborate on the specific factors mentioned first by the examiner, then provide your own analysis and additional factors in the subsequent part. Therefore, dear candidate, this approach will help you fully address the extent and provide a comprehensive answer. Here comes the end of this short class. Contact for the WhatsApp group 679 1992 17. You will not regret. Here is Sir Moses. Thank you.